Girl.
Canceling my boy
Hello
Kanye. It's crazy.
there. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's
It's
SW
SW
Podcast.
Podcast. You
What's
know,
happening?
chilling, chilling, chilling. It's
What's
Wednesday,
going
like,
on?
and it's homecoming Wednesday. It's the rap.
We'll eat, we'll sleep. It's homecoming week,
It's the
baby.
ratless baby. That orange and green, baby. That orange and green. We rep it all day long. As I always say, it don't matter if you went to FAMU, you didn't go to FAMU. It don't matter. You grew up in this community, you went to the high school, whatever it may be.
You can celebrate FAMU as much
You
as you
can
want to.
celebrate as much as you want to, baby.
That's
Because
all we
FAMU,
got.
we all bleed that orange and green. It don't
You
even
better
matter. We
believe it.
all bleed that orange and green, baby.
I
So
don't care what side of town you're from, what side of the city you're from, what side of the
this week
state you
here
from.
brings
You are.
everybody together.
Let's do it.
Everybody.
And
Everybody. So
not only that, it's HBCU homecoming time right now, and
yes.
any HBCU they
Everyone.
going above and beyond to celebrate their colleges, and that's just what it's
This
about.
is
You
a
got to
great
hold
time.
yourselves to a higher standard, and we're doing that. Our college students, our HBCUs, the alumni, the
It's
supporters,
good.
the boosters, the students, the parents. This is the time, and everybody be so excited about it.
This is a great time. It's a great time. This is a
Great
great
time,
time. To
great
even see my
food,
daughter
great
going
fun.
out and everything. I'm like, shoot, I remember when we used to do that, be going out every day.
I couldn't even hang with that. Now I'd be in there sleep.
Girl, look, what I just told you, 12 o'clock, I'll be like 12:30, baby. Look, it's time for me to go. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm trying to and then gets home and don't do nothing but sit up, watch
For 30
TV
minutes, 30,
for about
45 more
another
minutes.
it might be another hour and a half for me.
And then because because my body still has to wind down. That's the way, that's the difference
I'm
between
going through
us being younger.
Facebook,
Exactly.
all that. I'm going through the pictures that I done took all night long. Look, and I'm on Facebook and other social media. Oh, look at them! I ain't seen them. Girl, you look, girl, calm, child. Look, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, but happy homecoming, happy homecoming,
Happy
happy homecoming.
homecoming, y'all. Happy
I'm ready to
homecoming.
see some of y'all that I ain't seen in a while because this is when you see everybody.
Definitely. Everybody comes home. They want it because it's always the good food. It's the good because the vendors be out. Everybody be out during this time. So like they're gonna be selling shirts, food, shoes,
Everything,
clothes,
everything,
hats,
everything,
memorabilia, just everything. Get you some because it
everything.
ain't nothing like being a rattler, baby.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like being a
You
rattler,
got to
baby.
have the whole experience. And a lot of people have not had the whole HBCU homecoming weekend experience. A lot of people.
If you haven't had that experience, for us it started back early because
Yeah.
when we first came 18, 19, baby, you couldn't hold us back from that experience. Tennessee
Hmm.
Street used to be backed up for 20 miles. you
But we was
you
in, we started in, we really, but we got to really be honest, Shelby, we really started in high school.
That's what I'm talking about. High school, well, high school, yes, but I mean as far as being able to hang out past 12 o'clock,
Hang out, yeah,
that didn't
hang
happen
out, hang
until
out.
after we graduated. We had to graduate before our parents said,
My
okay, y'all
senior
can go
year,
like that.
I hung out.
I
My
hung out my
last
senior
year
year
in high
too.
school, my senior year, and I remember Tennessee Street. Ooh.
Ooh, baby, I'm talking about twerking on the hood, all kind of stuff. Let me tell you,
Before
we
y'all say
knew
twerking was twerking, that was Luke, man.
it
That was
wasn't
just
even
shaky
it
booty.
wasn't twerking
It was
back
just
then.
shaky booty.
It was like what they used to say on the song put your hands up high, your feet down low and high, draw it to the
To
floor.
the floor.
Scott. That's what it was about for
That's what
us. So all the
it
dancing and that was going on. It was literally because we gotta juke. We juke and you juking in the street, you
in the
juking in the
street,
club, you juking
in the
at the
club, you in the
on
stove. It
Paris
don't matter
Street,
where you at.
you in the stove,
It
everywhere
don't
you
matter.
are, it's a
It
celebration.
don't
Because
matter.
baby, one thing about HBCUs, we are going to celebrate them
And
HBCUs.
we gonna celebrate.
So
Win or lose.
win, lose, or
We
draw,
celebrate.
we
We
celebrate.
celebrate. Celebrate.
Our spirit don't go down because
Cold,
we lost. We
the
still happy.
rain, it don't matter. We still out there. We still
So
out there.
so welcome to the show, y'all. We've been talking about FAMU since we started. So it's FAMU
And
homecoming
rattling.
week, baby. Y'all have a good time this week. Do y'all
Be
thing,
safe.
hang out, just be safe.
Be safe. Be
No
safe.
drinking and driving. No doing
Yeah.
anything and driving because it's too much going on. They're gonna have a whole lot of checkpoints. Anytime black people are
Hmm.
having fun in the city, the white people hate it. So just
And it's two
know.
games.
And yeah,
It's
and it's
actually two
family.
games.
Yep,
It's two
yep.
games.
So it's gonna be a lot of hanging out. So just be safe out there. We do plead
Yeah.
that you talk to your kids that are grown that are gonna be hanging
Yeah.
out. Just make sure they are understanding of the nature of the culture of this society while they out there hanging out. But it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a
Good
great time.
times.
It's a lot gonna be
Very
going
good
on. It's
times.
gonna be a great time. So we promise you that. So today we're gonna be talking about the black influence and the black dollar. We're gonna do a two-part conversation with this because next time we have a discussion on this, we're gonna bring on a subject matter expert, somebody who's familiar with the data and the geriatrics, the generalizations of the numbers
Dr.
that we're gonna be
Geriatric.
discussing today. I said geriatric, girl. Dang, I made us
Dr.
all
Geriatric.
old.
All of
But
us.
so, like, and that's going to be an important conversation. But today's conversation, we're going to do the basics of the black wealth and the black influence because black influence is phenomenal across this country. Number one, we just want y'all to go
This
ahead and know that
world. This
this world,
world.
period, all over the culture of black people, and the reason why it's so strong and facilitated the way it is because black is in every race. So
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You can't really have a race without black.
Don't
It's
matter if
just
it's a little
impossible.
smidge.
I
You
don't care
got
if your
some.
I don't care if your toes darker than your face. That's not you got some of that in you because black is the original people. So
Hmm.
you can't anybody who trying to run from that is they tricking themselves, they confusing themselves, and they confusing their kids. So we're gonna talk about a couple of different things on that today. But
Hmm.
first, we're gonna jump into that quote: "Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance the next time." Malcolm X. So there's really no
Hmm.
loss. Everything is a gain. Everything is a
A
setup for
part of
you
your
to become
preparation.
better. Yep,
Hmm.
it's preparing you for the next area and phase of whatever you got coming. You plant seeds every single day. Now it's
Yep.
just up to you to water them. You have to make sure that those seeds you plant are getting the sunlight, the water, and the grooming that they need because they will not grow on their own.
And if you
So,
plant them in the right ground, the right
yeah, right
soil.
soil,
It
all
depends.
that.
It's the right soil
And
now.
don't
And it
have
depends on what you're planting.
and I was just bragging on something today because Monday I went to my part-time job and I picked up these flowers because they had an event, and the flowers
Hmm.
died was on their deathbed, and I said, I'm taking these to go and work on these, right? Full
Flowers
blooms.
then came back to life. The flowers then came
Care.
back to
All it
life.
need is a little care.
Look
All
here.
things need is a little care.
Plants need a
And
little love. Plants need love, all of that. People talk to their plants, all type of stuff. Same
And if
thing
you
when it
ain't
comes down to your
with
life.
people, exactly, you have
Hmm.
to be able to make sure that you are watering yourself, that you are giving yourself the knowledge, wealth of information that's needed for you to continue to grow and blossom. Without it, you worthless. I'm being
Yep,
honest because like,
that's real.
and you don't want to just be another body out here in this world. You need to have a purpose. You need to be walking in your purpose as well. You don't want to just be here, just be saying, I'm here. Like, and that's what a lot of us are doing in this society. We are literally just surviving and living. We're
That's
not,
just living.
yeah, we're not even
Just living.
fulfilling our purpose because a lot of us don't even know what our purpose is. So, um, but regardless of the fact, you are a black person, you in a black body, and you going through black life. That's enough alone for you to try to strategize how to make your life better, how you
Hmm.
need to feed your soul and your
Yes,
seed.
so.
And if you're not doing that, then you can't say that your influence is worth anything. Your money worth anything. But we're gonna talk about that dollar because your dollar
That dollar
is worth
powerful.
more. Your dollar is worth more than you in this
That
country.
dollar powerful
It's
now.
a powerful dollar. So again, the quote is every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance the next time. So I hope that that alone gives you the meaning. It gives you the meaning and what you know need to know. And as far as that particular quote, I hope it breaks down why you need to water yourself and make sure that you on the up and up. Because without you doing it, everybody else that's talking good to you, it means absolutely nothing.
And nothing.
You
Nothing
gotta
at all.
believe it. You gotta believe it. So I appreciate and for that we truly appreciate y'all being y'all all giving us y'all time, energy, and ears, because without that it's it ain't we don't got a whole lot to offer.
Awful.
Like if we're not getting the feedback from you all that is needed, we don't got a whole
Hmm.
lot to offer. So
At all.
I'm we really appreciate y'all for tuning in because y'all really make it worthwhile in every way, shape, form, or fashion. That's what I want to say. Because if without that participation, the podcast and the people that are watching or the people that are tuning in and joining our coming on to be interviewed, the subject matter experts that come and talk on the podcast, those are people that are bringing their resources and their information to you. We're providing these resources for a reason. And I just want to make sure everybody is familiar with why this is so important. Period. That's just
That's it.
so that's it. That's all. And now we're gonna jump into this conversation because black wealth and black influence is the top rated thing in this country. So let's talk about how, and I'm gonna give you one demographic of why black influence is so important. Everybody walking around with big asses now.
Huh. Everything. Everything.
Everything big.
Lip injections. Breasts. Baby. They even tanning to be darker.
Telling you,
And on
telling you.
top, you want the black men.
Oh baby, they love our men. They love our men. But it's definitely happening. Like we really have the most influential race.
We do.
We
I
really
don't know
have the
no
most.
other race. I don't know no other race.
And let me tell you something. Like just because I'm not the most I might not speak out on the LGBTQ society that much because it's already got enough speakers for them. They don't need anybody else to talk for them.
Yeah.
Um, but what I will say is I saw a post the other day where white women a commenter said, um, why don't why don't gay white men act like white women? And the response was, white women don't act like white women.
So who could they mimic off of if they don't even act like their own people don't even act like themselves?
So, and if you've noticed though, if you've noticed when you and it's really a slap, it's a huge slap in the face to us with a lot of it because what they're saying is we act like everything that the gay man or
It's
the
on
flam
us.
the flamboyant gay men, they getting it from how
Hmm.
we act, our
Hmm.
attitude, our nature, our everything. They're getting it from us. So if that's the case, y'all saying that we give off a negative everything as black
Yeah.
men, that's black women.
Black
We
women.
have such a that's why black women have such a negative persona, get standards set for ourselves in society. They give us a negative tone. Even though we the most
Hmm.
influential, they set us up to look like the most negative people in this society. Not black
The
men,
worst
because you know why?
ones.
Black women have the loudest voice.
Hmm.
So we're hated the most on most occasions anyway. But when it comes down, I want people to know the numbers. I put up a picture on our as the post for our show today,
For the
and
show.
it showed what our buying power is, how much Black people spend in this country. And this was a Nielsen rating for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But the it still remains the same almost of course, because it's only 2 years from then. It could have either went up, but it ain't dropped by much. So when we're talking about how influential Black people are, the Black buying power is $1.57 trillion in 2020. The Black viewing power, $1.6 trillion. Online shopping by Black families has increased by 48%. Offline shopping increased by 11%. Two-thirds of Black viewers buy from brands that broadcast representative content. U.S. Black
Mm-hmm.
population tune into radio 90%, 92% per week. The representation in TV programs is only 51%. Smartphone ownership is at 98%. Advertisement that is
Wow.
spent. This is the most key piece right here, Queen. Advertisement that was spent on media focused on Black people is $3.8 billion. They target us. We
They
are the
do.
most targeted race in
They
this
do.
country because we have the highest spending. We have the less
Mm-hmm.
ownership, but
But
the
the
highest
highest spending
spending. So our influence is up, but our wealth is down.
is down.
It don't make
Down,
sense.
down.
It's not adding up. We have to change that, because how do you go from, and then streaming
And you buy some expensive, and some buy some very expensive stuff.
vary. They gotta have it. They want the high quality. They ain't buying knockoff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They look at you crazy. They say you going to Walmart to go buy a shirt.
A streaming right. Streaming subscriptions have increased by 70% in 2020. So that means that we are the highest spending everything across the board. Everything.
Everything.
Everything across the board.
We the one keep the economy going. And
So
I
while
we've been saying
everybody
that for a long
for
time. The
years.
first, yeah, for
So
years.
what's up? What's up, Kels?
Hey,
So
Kels.
the thing about that is, by being the highest spending race in this country, the thing about that is that when we decide that we put, this is why doing this and being together is important.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't, and I'm gonna use Kanye for an example. Even I don't mess with what Kanye got going on, but I don't care. That's the Kanye. Kanye rich. Kanye doing exactly what he wants to do to step outside of being connected to all these contracts.
Mm-hmm.
What he's saying is literally to knock him out of people's contracts. He don't want to be owned by nobody else.
Nobody.
Now what he's doing is laying the foundation for Kanye to have everything Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter
But
how we
people ain't
feel
even
about his
watching that.
words. They're not paying attention
Mm-mm.
to that, Queen. That's what let me know
Mm-mm.
they just followers. That's this society full of
Yeah.
followers.
Because I didn't watch all, I didn't watch, I didn't went back and watched all of the interviews, and I'm like, Kanye, y'all think Kanye dumb? Kanye
They
ain't dumb by
they
a
can't
long
think
shot.
Kanye dumb. They can't think Kanye dumb. When Kanye last album came out, he didn't put it on no streaming platform. Kanye made y'all buy a
Mm-hmm.
goddamn recording type of setup that costs $250 to $300 just to be able to
Yep.
listen to his album. Every dollar came to Kanye.
Yep.
So when you talking about power, power is in the dollar. You think that, okay, he might have said something to the Jewish community and people think that's going to knock his money. That's not.
Not.
It's not. And what a lot of people fail to realize too is that, and I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with this comment, but it is what it is. Hitler was doing what he was doing to the Jewish Foundation because the Jews were working with the American government to take over the country. to own everybody. It wasn't about just making sure that the Jews did lived and survived longer than everybody else. It wasn't about just killing off people. That's not what it was just about. It had a whole lot behind that. See,
A
people
lot of
fail to
stuff to do
realize
with
the
it.
bigger
You
picture.
got to read it.
We knew
You got to
it's
go.
so much bigger than us. It's so much, but he
Mm-hmm.
said that the reason why he was doing what he was doing is because regardless of everything, the Hebrews and the blacks and the Negroes were the foundation of this country, and that the Jewish community and the American government together were going to overpower if they took over this country. And that's exactly what has happened, because everybody that stepped out of line about they listen to an album and they promote the album, they coming back apologizing later on because you owned by this
Later
country.
on, because you owned
Kanye,
by the country.
LeBron James, I apologize. What's your boy name? 21 Savage, I apologize for my lyrics. This, I apologize for this. Drake, I apologize for this. Everybody coming back talking about what they apologize for because y'all already know who own y'all.
Kanye just like, no. He just like, no,
And
I ain't trying to
another
do that.
thing, everybody want to get mad at like that man said, black people, that slavery wasn't forced. In a lot of areas, slavery wasn't forced. If y'all
That's
really know
true.
y'all freaking history,
That's
you will
true. You
understand that
got to
half of y'all
know the
people sold
history.
y'all. It was not forced. They wanted
You
money.
got to know the
Everybody, it's
truth.
all about the dollar. I'm so sick of people getting so upset about the truth. The truth hurt everybody's feelings.
But they don't know. I just reading the comments from that whole situation, I was just like, wow, and it's all of us. But then
It's
somebody
always us.
somebody in the comments got mad because the white girl said something. I'm like, but how you look at you like you ain't no better than her. You
Stupid.
get mad because she didn't say something, but you on here coming too.
It's
And
sad
everything
because
is so negative. So I mean, like I was just like, wow. I was like, these people really. That's why I say pay
they don't
attention.
get it. They don't get it. But
Pay
it's more dumb
attention.
people, is more ignorant people than it is people who are willing to accept the truth. So if you get a whole
Hmm.
glass of ignorant, that's why they're gonna all fall down that well together when this war begins. Everybody gonna be on that side over there, dumb. And guess what they're gonna be doing to the people who own the country?
Hmm.
Help me, even though they're the ones that put you in this position. Help me, Savior.
These people off the
You
chain, boy. It's
if you don't
crazy.
stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Fall for anything. It
So
is so crazy.
it's ridiculous.
Got to pay attention, but I tell people, man, go back, pay attention to the interviews. Just listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. Go do your research and your homework, and you'll get what the man's saying. Now we
Exactly.
don't agree with everything he got going on, but
No,
shoot,
and no,
he making valid points on some shit. Facts is facts.
you ain't even got to agree with everything. We don't agree with everything half of
We
the
don't
people
agree
saying.
with
But
everything. Thank you.
the white people can lie to them every day. They still go out to
Hmm.
vote. They still go out to vote. Y'all still go out to vote because the white people told y'all that the vote gonna change things. Y'all still do that.
Listen.
So if you're gonna believe in something, make sure you believe in the truth, though. What's up, Jay? How you doing,
Hmm.
baby?
Hey,
Make sure you
JJ.
believe in the truth. Don't allow yourself to just be so caught up in the fact that you're an American citizen that you got to do everything under the American citizenship rules, that you got to be ignorant in the process. You got to know what's going on, man. Having your
Got
eyes
to be
closed to
what? Pay
all these
attention.
particular things just makes, and I hate that people be
All the
so for.
smoke and mirrors.
Mm.
All the smoke and mirrors. Every
So
last one of the smoke and mirrors.
So now I'm gonna let you all know some of the things that have kept. This is the Black life expectancy in 2020 was 70. It's 74 and a half years. That's supposed to be the length of time that Black people are supposed to live in this country. But it's also based upon things that are happening in your life. So you can
Yeah.
live to your life expectancy if you have. Most people, this is what adds on time to your life. You get an extra year of life if you were born outside of this country, because we already know you probably healthier. You probably ain't got all that
Mm-hmm.
processed food in you because of that. And there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
other reasons that being born foreign can save your life.
Yeah.
If your income, you
More
add
natural
another.
base.
Exactly. You add another. I get, and this is if you all want to follow along with this the Black Progress Index. This is it's on here in a comment. Let me drop it for you. It's right here. This is the comment that you can actually go. You can click on that, and that link it'll take you to directly to this page that's showing all this particular data. And this data is very, very important because it
Mm-hmm.
speaks to us based on what we have in our current life, in our current lives. So if you have income, if your income is the median income is 45 to 46, $47,000 a year per household. If your
Mm-hmm.
income is up to that standard, you added on an extra
Another year.
another year to your life. If you own your home, which takes away a lot of your stress, you've added on another year to your life. If you proficient in math, science, or Englishes, you've added on another year to your life. If you are exercising, you added on another 2 years to your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Hallelujah.
are, and riddle me this, but this is a good one. If you are separated from people like friends and family, you added on another 5 years to your life. That's less stress.
That's less stress. You ain't got to be
Less
worried about nobody
stress.
stressing you. That's something. That's
And if you,
something there.
I'm telling you, like,
That's
riddle me that
something
though,
there.
Queen.
Five years. 5 years. Like you ain't even saying the healthy eating, the exercise. You saying but stress. You know what? But stress is a killer. It
It's a
is a.
killer. It's a
It's a
killer.
huge killer. It really is a huge killer. Stress is a huge killer, and people be so stressed. Even with me doing the type of work I do, even patients at a certain age, they be in they well into their 90s. They don't have no cares in the world. They got money and stuff, but they still be stressed if they got enough money to take care of them. And a lot of
And you
people
know,
die from they die. People die from stress because they be, man, look
they be
here,
stressed out for real though. They really
for
family and
real,
friends will stress you out. Um, the next one.
dealing with other people problems,
And
stress you the
period.
hell out.
Just that's why they say family and friends. They ain't just say family. They said friends too, because a
Dealing with
lot of
other
your
people
friends
problems.
bring stuff to you like that as well.
You got to know how
Um,
to decompress, man. You got to know how to decompress. Leave they stuff with them and
and let
give
it
them
go.
the
And
little
see, that's what
advice
I
you can
tell
go and
people
keep
all
it
the time.
going.
Me and my homie was having this conversation the other day, and I told him, I said, other people's problems don't stick to me. I said, I'm so
Mm-mm.
conditioned to me. I'm so good with Shelby energy until you could tell me something, we could talk about it. And I done left that shit right there when I left you.
Yep.
I don't take no problems home to me. I don't let stuff go in my head and circle around and give me a headache, because that's how aneurysms begin. You have no control over a lot of things that happen in your life because you don't even see, because a lot of those things are internal. So if you don't
Yep.
see it happening or feel it, you die.
You
You have a
dying.
slow death.
That's why it's good to
Business
take time to
ownership.
yourself and all.
Exactly. Business ownership, owning your own business, or entrepreneurship adds on an extra year to your life. These are some of the things that take away from your life.
Mm.
A year of life disappears. A year of your life disappears because of air pollution. If you're in an area where air pollution is bad, oxygen, all that shit, that's taking a year off your life. 3 years are taken off for population density.
Mm.
4 years is taken off because there's no father present in the home. That's huge.
That's
That's
huge.
huge.
But 4 years though,
4 years.
4
Four
years.
years. Four. Religious. Ooh, this is a huge one. Religious beliefs have taken 6 years away from people's life. Too much focus on the church and not enough focus on real
And not
life.
enough living life.
Not enough
You
living
got to
life. Too
live
much
life.
focus
You
on
got
church
to
and not
live
enough life.
life.
And 8 years gun deaths and unexplained deaths take off from your life. Let's see. Kel say, you see why I love to be alone. Kels, you know I already know. We done had the conversations, but it is what it is. And that's a big deal though. And the more I've been studying Kels, I understand you more. You know I like to be alone. I say it all the time. But I
Yeah.
also like to be around people. My
It's a
time
time for
around people,
everything.
I gotta balance that, but my time around
Yeah.
people is not negative energy. I don't keep negative energized people around me. I will get the fuck away from you. And that's
You
on
got to
life because
have
I
that
love me
balance.
more. Jada says this is why I limit my time with people. I don't have time for no stressful interactions. I'm glad you are like that, baby. You're 19 years old, and that's very smart. Very smart.
I told one
Kel
of my
says,
patients that one
go
time.
ahead.
She was like, Candace, I said, I don't take the problems that y'all have at y'all house home with me. I say, I leave your stuff at the front door. When my patient Amanda that I used to take care of, how she used to be mean and trying to fight me, I was
Yes.
like, I leave y'all stuff at y'all front door. I
At
say,
y'all
baby, I
door.
got a family. I
Queen,
ain't got time to take y'all
you
stuff
never
with me.
came and talk about your patients though.
Mm-mm.
You never talk about that.
I ain't
Only
got
one that
time
I
for
think
that.
bothered your spirit when he passed was Mr. Bob. But other than that, you don't talk about your patients like that.
Mm-mm.
Cause you got to
Bob,
leave
the
that
only
stuff
one.
over there. You got to leave that
Yeah,
stuff
I
over
can't
there.
bring that home with me. Like, I ain't got
Mm-mm.
time to be having me right here being mean to my family because of your stress.
No,
Hey, no,
ma'am.
no,
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 ma'am.
ma'am. Got enough going on.
Um, Kel say
Shoot,
someone's false emergency can't become your priority. Totally agree, Kel. And
that
it be
part.
false emergency. I gotta talk to you. I need you to
For what?
listen. I need you to tell me what to do. I need this. I need that. Use your own accountability. Use your feet and walk and figure it out. TJB says that's why they build factories near the hood, poor air quality. You better believe it. You better believe it. You better believe it.
All day long.
You better
All
believe it.
day long. All day long. See, that country living is where people
It's
don't
where it's
like
at.
that
It's a
country
reason
living,
for
but
that.
country living is where it's at. Country living is where it's at, baby. Trust and
J-
believe that.
Jada said them church folks better go travel or something.
That's their
they
problem. They don't got no life.
they don't got no life. They too
They ain't
dedicated
got
to
no
something
life
that don't they way more dedicated to they dedicated to the
to
building.
the power. Yeah,
And
and the power.
that's it. That's all. That's all. And they better realize that they pastors taking
And stop
trips.
judging people.
They
I know mines do. I
them
know
pastors
mines
take
do.
trips, baby. They ain't just sitting there.
Mines them having them a good time.
You might
They
be
tell
sitting
you you
stuck
better
in the
go.
church, but they traveling. So
They having them a good time.
those numbers are that's huge. Those numbers are huge. But I'm about to give y'all something that's even more vast. We're gonna talk about the county. We're gonna talk about counties with the highest Black Progress Index score, and actually, that's why we gotta do this in a 2-3 part series right here. With the actual life expectancy and life unexplained by the model. This model present, I don't think I added this to it, but a lot of these counties, these are the top 20 U.S. counties with the highest Black progress, and we talking about counties like in Florida, Collier County. That's near
Mm,
Naples and
mm-hmm,
Marco Island. They have
mm-hmm.
82.6 Black Progress Index. They have an 86 years is what their Black life expectancy at birth. Black life expectancy is at birth. Um,
Okay.
that's at birth now. And the Black population in that county is only 25,613 people. But their progress index is at an 82.6. That's in the Collier
Mm.
County. That's a small county in
Collier County.
Florida.
That's a small county.
That's a small county in Florida. It's one other Florida thing
There
on it.
ain't no
So
telling how it is now with the storm that came through there.
no, ain't no telling. Georgia, Forsyth County. That's Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, Georgia area. They have an 81.4% Black progress rate. They have 81 years old is the highest life expectancy at birth. And then
Mm-hmm.
they only got 8,574 Black people over there.
Mm. Interesting.
Telling you, Queen.
Interesting.
Putnam
Interesting.
County is in New York City. 83.5 Black Progress Index. They're expected to live to 85 years old at birth. 85.8, which is close to 86 years old. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they only got 3,349 people. Most of these people in these counties that have these smaller areas, have Black businesses. They own their
They
homes.
own
They
their
far apart
homes.
from families. They don't got nobody
Some are
stressing them
educated.
out. They educated.
And
They not
educated
asking
don't
for
always mean
handouts.
that you didn't went to college either,
No,
y'all. It
no,
don't that don't
no.
always mean that you didn't went to college. You can be educated without having a college degree and stuff
Definitely. Cause me and Queen both ain't got no college degrees and we both educated Black women.
now.
So it
Thank you.
don't it definitely goes well above that. And so it's other states and counties on here. You got the state of New York. I mean, you got the Minnesota state. You got now
Hmm.
this is a huge one for me because I don't know if a lot of y'all know, but Baltimore is huge on Black people. Baltimore, Maryland
Oh
is a
yeah.
huge area of Black
Yes,
people.
that little area.
DC in general.
DC,
But
I would say DC period though.
yeah, but Montgomery County in Maryland has 81% Black progress. 81 is the highest that they said they'll live. They got negative 0.2% of unexplained years of Black life. And then they got 193,000 people that are Black in that town. And they
Hmm.
have, and with even that, with that, they still lower than the other areas
Other areas.
that has fewer people but more progress.
Hmm.
One county in Florida got high progress. And this was in 2020. We got one county in Florida. One county in Florida. That's only
And that was just so that's
25,000
just
people
28, that's just 2 years ago. And there's a lot of people moving to Florida every day.
every single day. But a
Every
lot of
day.
them ain't a lot of them ain't owning businesses. A lot of them not
Hmm.
investing in themselves. A lot of them not investing in their communities. A lot of them not investing in their businesses, not even investing in their children.
Yeah.
But guess what they are investing in? Where my paper at? Hold on, let me tell you.
Shoes, clothes,
Smartphone ownership,
smartphones,
98%. Online
and I bet
shopping, 48%. Watching TV, $1.6 trillion. Black buying power in general is $1.57 trillion. We buy too much and don't own enough. And we're gonna stop right there for today for this conversation, y'all, because we do got to get out. But part two is coming up, and we're not gonna do it next week. But part two, we're gonna come finish this off in the month of November because we're gonna bring on some subject matter experts who deal in finance, who deal in investment, who can
yeah,
tell you where that Black dollar and that money is going, even though it tells you that we have the buying rate
we
of
got the buying power.
1.57 trillion dollars. But we need to see what that 1.7 trillion dollars, 5.7 trillion dollars is going. When we talking about
Hmm.
our dollars, we need what really changes the mind of Black people and how they spend their money is to see how recklessly they spending their
They
money.
spend their money. Yeah.
You show them the
When you,
recklessness, we'll start to examine. I'm telling you,
especially with your own
accountability.
money, I'm telling
It,
you, man,
mm,
it have you like, man, I spent what? Oh man, no,
I was so
no,
mad one time that I bought three kids
no,
some food from A Town Wings and it was $40. And I said, what
girl.
the?
I'm telling you,
I don't
like
play like
when
that by
you
my money
really
though.
start, when you really sit down and you break your budget, your monthly budget down day by day, week by week, man, you really be like, man, I know in the hell I did not spend such and such. It really make you take, like you said, it make you take accountability of how you spend
How
and where
you
you trying to
spend.
go and where you trying to go in life
And
for
if you ain't
later.
trying to go nowhere, it'll show you that.
It don't
Your
matter.
spending will show you that. But your spending
Yeah,
will show you that. Because it'll show that
yeah.
frivolous amount of money you spend it over here. That frivolous
Hmm.
amount of money that you're spending over here. If you're not, if your dollar, if every day, and I'm talking about outside of what you got to pay to survive, because survival has to happen. You got to pay your bills, you got to buy food, you got to
Yeah,
buy gas, you got to pay your car. All that stuff is normal bill stuff. But if your check is only able to do that, okay, that's fine. Because sometimes that's all you got. But
yeah,
if you robbing Peter to pay Paul, even though you know that you got to pay these bills over here, you are a part of the problem because you're doing
hmm,
other stuff that you're not accountable for, and you forgetting about these things that you are. You're not putting yourself in a position to have that buying power, but you're doing it
yeah.
anyway.
I'm
But you're
telling you,
spending it anyway.
when you start really looking at, when you really do a, but I did a budget all this year. I mean, I sat down, I wrote budget out, everything that I had to pay, and I checked it off. And when I seen what I should have saved over 1 month and how I spent, I say, oh no. Some got to change.
Yes.
Queen. No, no, no. It really make you take accountability of what you're spending. And when you start looking at it and seeing where that money go, you'll look at
You start
money
looking at
different.
things as
You
exactly. You
start
look at
looking
your
at
money
money
way more
different.
different.
And when you start
And you
looking at
work
your money different, it's you start being blessed with more.
and you paying because you paying attention. You have to pay attention.
Hmm.
If your money ain't being paid attention to, you ain't doing that means you just out here not paying, you're not literally living life right.
Hmm.
You can't be frivolous because none of us that's all of us on these median income levels, we are that's not it. We're not medium, it ain't no mid class no more. It's either poor or rich. And a
Period.
median income leaves you at a poor status. So
Hmm.
I don't care if you think you make $60,000 a year. You think that medium? No, you're not.
We
No, you're
all
not.
right here
You're
lying
not
together,
medium
baby.
class. You're not. We all in the same boat.
We all
Unless you
right here
make
together.
$100,000 or better every year, you poor. That's what the government says. So yeah, we're gonna come back to this conversation. We're gonna have a subject matter expert on in the next 2 weeks as we go to part two, because this is a conversation that has to keep happening. In order for us to
Yeah.
change the way we spend and start seeing our dollar differently, we'll start looking at things on a different level when we start understanding that people like Kanye West ain't a follower. I'm just gonna let y'all know
At
that.
all, baby.
You're big, but the
He's
ones
not.
that y'all love to death, like Oprah Winfrey, that's a follower. She sold y'all. She the one that helped sell y'all people. And after that, and because of and that right there, I'm gonna go on get on out of here before y'all start trying to come at me by Oprah, because I don't care about her. If you really want to know, ask the
Woo,
kids over there
baby.
in at that Africa school if she right or wrong. So don't come unless you got your facts
Hmm.
together. Because one thing about me, I don't speak on nothing that ain't factual. We
That
only
ain't
talk
factual.
about facts on here. We can speak our opinions and say all that, but on this particular podcast, you can't argue with facts. Put your feelings to the side. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful homecoming weekend though, because
Yes,
it's about to be
indeed.
turned up if you and Tally. Woo!
Do,
We'll eat,
do,
we'll sleep,
do,
we'll eat,
do,
baby.
do, do, do. I can't wait to Friday, baby. Look, I'm off too. What? Friday
I'm
and
off
Saturday
all
off. I,
weekend,
well, I
so
ain't
I
off.
ain't.
I ain't off,
Well,
but I'm
you
off.
working because yeah.
No, I'm
But
off, but I ain't off. But yeah. But we working them homecoming festivities,
we
so I'm
working,
off
we
and
working,
having
we
a good
working,
time.
we working. Thank y'all
Y'all
so much
enjoy
for tuning
yourself.
in. Y'all enjoy y'all week. Have a great week. We will definitely catch y'all next week on with a brand new episode. I think we got a guest next week. If I'm mistaken, don't quote me, but I think I do. But
Ooh,
yes, but we will catch y'all next week. Thank y'all for always giving us a listening ear. We like y'all. We love y'all. Peace. Be
peace.
easy.